Hi, I'm Derek Hooper, Director of Instruction here at Royal Oaks Country Club. I'm out working on my game today with some new technology we've got. We've had Trackman for a little while now, and the Trackman launch monitor has been a great tool for us because it allows us to measure what's happening with the club through impact and then what is happening with the golf ball. There's over 30 different parameters that it's able to measure, so we can know exactly how the club is moving to make the ball fly and curve the way that it does. But up until now, we've been using video to back up and show us, well, what's the body doing to make the club move the way that Trackman is showing us. And video has been great, but there's a couple of things that video doesn't do that this new technology that I'm going to tell you about today helps us fill those gaps, and we're really excited about what it's going to be able to do for our students. So this new technology we've added is called K-Coach, and you can see that I'm wearing it today. It's not very intrusive when you swing the club, and it's made up of 4 sensors that you wear. So one of them is on my hips around the back, one is on my upper spine, I've got one here on my upper arm, and one is on the back of the glove. And what it allows us to do that video wasn't allowing us to do is we can now measure exactly what's happening with the body and how the body is moving to produce the impacts that we're seeing with the golf club, and thus makes the ball fly the way that it is. Being able to measure it allows us to manage it, because we can then see if a player is within the corridors we need, we know what areas we need to work on, and the reports that K-Coach gives us really helps us narrow down the areas that we need to focus on. But probably the thing that we're most excited about with using K-Coach with players is the biofeedback component. So what does that mean? Well, it allows us to identify the area that we want to work on, and then have the system set up an auditory tone to give you feedback about whether you're actually achieving that position or that motion or not. So in the past, when we were working with players with video, we might have a player that we want them to make a little bigger turn in the backswing, and we'd have them turn and they'd hit the shot, and then they'd turn to us and ask, well, did I get there or not? And then we'd give them some feedback, and it was a little bit delayed. What K-Coach allows us to do is that the moment you get into that corridor of upper body rotation that we were looking for in our example, the system will set off an auditory tone, and then you get immediate feedback about whether you've been successful with that drill that we're working on, that motion we're working towards, or not. So you get it immediately during the golf swing. What we're finding when we've got players working like this is that the improvements they make are so much faster because they hear it immediately and they know where they should be, and the feedback is phenomenal. There's one other little piece of reporting which is really cool with the K-Coach. It now allows us to also measure a thing called kinematic sequence, or the efficiency of your golf swing. So when you start the downswing, ideally we would see the lower body would start the motion, followed by the upper, then the arm, and the hand would move last. This is something which is critical to being able to produce maximum club head speed, and it's something that we see with the majority of good players have this motion, or this sequence of motion, the same. When we're looking at video, it's impossible to see that, but with the K-Coach system and this report that we can generate, we can not only see whether the individual player is producing this kinematic sequence correctly, but we can also help them train it better so you can hit the ball longer. So if you're looking to improve your golf game faster and get some immediate feedback about how your body's moving to produce different ball flights, getting in and having a lesson with the Trackman running so we can see what the club and ball is doing, using K-Coach so we know what the body's doing, and then most importantly using the biofeedback components of K-Coach to help you train the motion, this is going to be how you're going to improve quickly. So if you're looking for more information, please follow the links below, and I look forward to working with you soon.